Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this week's episode of On the Couch. I'm Truman Steffen.
And I'm Jackson Adam. Today we are here with Abigail Twilford and Victoria McGibbon from the Whit. Who are you guys doing today? So first question, sorry. First question is, what do you guys cover at the Whit?
Oh gosh, we cover everything. I think Abigail can attest to this because she is the backbone of the Whit, as we call. Abigail, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, we cover everything. We cover anything that's going on that affects students. So things in Glassboro, things on campus. It's everything from events at the wellness center to crimes reported off campus that we get those Rowan alerts about that they don't really elaborate on that much. To like tuition raises or
Budget hearings,
SGA,
yeah, everything.
Issues in housing, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So you guys covered the Rowan alerts that I get that just says, don't go by Robo because there's cops.
Yeah.
Fun. That's awesome. But, well, now I want to know, how did you guys become a part of the Whit, and when did that start for you guys?
So I've been at Rowan for 2.5, almost 3 years. I'm graduating a year early, and I started the Whit my second semester here at Rowan. I'm extremely introverted, so I don't go out of my way to talk. Like I just said earlier, like I write, I don't talk. And so I told myself that I needed to join a club that's going to force me to talk to people. So I joined the Whit, and here I am now as editor-in-chief.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I mean, that's a great story to like push yourself out of the comfort zones.
Yeah.
But what about you, Abigail?
For me, well, I transferred to Rowan from RCSJ and I started here in fall semester of 22. And I already knew about the Whit before I started attending classes, so I knew I was going to join. And I went to the first meeting, and it took me a couple meetings to actually pick up stories, but then once I did, I knew that was my place.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
It is her place.
You're the backbone.
She'll like, on average, Abigail, I kid you not, writes 3 to 4 stories a week. That is a lot.
Yeah.
3 to 4?
3 to 4, yeah. There's some additions. I think she brought one where she's like
I did.
Like, she's on the front page. It's just her stories. It's like, what was it, 2 editions? I'm sorry, 2 stories on the front page, and it was just Abigail Twilford. And yeah, like, she is the Whit. She is the Whit. Yeah, do you want to show them?
Yeah, it's So yeah, this is the edition, both of these stories on the front page.
That's all Abigail.
She's just Abigail. Yeah.
All right, so that'll segue to my next question. What is your favorite article you've ever written?
Favorite article I've ever written? I don't know. There are
So many.
I mean, it's like upwards of 80 at this point, so it's
Do you
really
have one that
hard
really
to
stands out? Like you finished that one and you were like that was awesome, or it was fun. Maybe it was just a fun one to like write about.
I really liked my article that was actually one of the ones on the front page about last semester's homecoming. I took a lot of really great pictures for it, and it was just really fun. We were there as the Whit, and so just getting to hang out with all of my fellow editors and friends while covering the story was really great.
How about you, Gavin?
So, since taking this position as editor-in-chief, I have not been able to write as much. So I think I have like close to 50 stories at the Whit. And actually, one of my favorite pieces was something recently, and it wasn't like a hard piece of journalism. It was actually an opinion piece, and I brought it with me. I did an opinion piece on Alabama's decision to rule that embryos were children, and I just felt really passionate about that. And so I created this whole argument and just kind of like calling out that like I didn't understand, like just kind of how ridiculous it was to me, for me personally. This was my opinion, and I just made this kind of like this silly argument that wouldn't make sense. I was like, well, I applied the same logic, and I did a lot of research on the justices, like where they went to school, their backgrounds, and went into that. And I was really proud of it, and I got some really nice emails from professors and students just thanking for it. So it was really nice, and it was just an opinion piece, and I had a lot of fun, and yeah.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's where writing's got to come from. It's got to come from the heart.
Yeah,
You gotta put your soul into it, and you gotta really want to actually write it, right?
Exactly. And it was like always nice to get like nice feedback.
Yeah.
That's always the best.
It is. So, all right. So we talked about the stories and like making them, but let's talk about the process of getting these printed. So take me from start to finish, how we get these beautiful magazines right here, beautiful newspapers from the Whit.
Yeah, so I always say that the Whit's a full-time job. You're doing things every day, but the bulk of our work is on Wednesday nights. So we operate in Bosworth, room 108. So our meetings start at 5. I do the content meeting. I'll, not introduce myself. Everyone knows me, but like I'll just check in on everyone. Because especially during finals and midterms, people just do not want to write. I get it. And then we go right into content. So I will go to each section editor. They'll talk about maybe 1 or 2 stories that they did over the week. And then we go into new content. So my section editors will give me a long list of potential pitches, or they'll give me pitches and then potential stories. And then after we go through all the section editors, I open up the board to everyone, and then people start picking stories. That whole process takes about an hour. So by like 6, maybe 6:30 at the latest, we start working on the pages. So we have a lengthy process. So our section editors will receive their stories from their writers. They will put it in WordPress. They'll edit it a little bit. They'll send it to our copy editors. They will look over it, edit it, and then it comes to me. I will look over it, edit it, make sure that it's ready to go, and then I publish it. Once it's published, ready to go, people start putting it in pages. So the different section editors, we have news, features, sports, arts and entertainment, and opinion. And then they will start putting stuff into the pages. We use Adobe. And after that, it's a whole nother process, making sure the columns look right, like things are aligned, that it's the right name, the picture's correct, the caption's on the right side. So this process takes, on average, like 12 hours. So we're there from like 5 to midnight. Like some nights have been longer. My longest night, fun fact, I broke the record. I got home, it was my first meeting, and I was petrified. And notoriously, like, first meeting is always dreaded because, you're getting the gist. This is my first time as editor, running the meeting. And I got home by like 5 in the morning, and I had to be up by 7:30. So that was a fun night. Luckily, I have a good record of getting people out usually by 11:30. Sometimes earlier. I have some editors leave by like 8, and I'm like, I wish I was in your position, but we're doing good. So, yeah.
All right. My next question is, what does a normal day like at the Whit look like? Like, run me through a day. Was it pretty much just what you just explained, or like, do you have anything to add into there?
Yeah, I don't know, Abigail. Do you have anything to add?
I mean, from like I have a different perspective because I don't handle like pages at all. So my work isn't as heavy on Wednesday nights. It's more throughout the week because technically reporting isn't part of my job. It's just what I do. Mm-hmm. But I handle the finances, and so I have to handle a lot of stuff more front-loaded earlier in the week, so that everything's ready for Wednesday night when we get, when we have to order food and we have to pay for the papers to be printed and all of that. I have to have that settled ahead of time.
Yeah, she like Abigail mainly. She like she said, she doesn't have to write, but she does, and thank goodness, because if Abigail did not write, I don't know if we would have a paper, to be honest. I really just look up to Abigail, and I really appreciate her work, and I really mean it. Like, she is the backbone of the Whit. But Abigail deals a lot with SGA and social runover. She'll deal with administration, and she'll get purchase orders ready to go again, so we can have pizza and have food. So we have papers. So she's doing a lot of like admin work. So yeah.
All right. Someone's got to do the admin work, and
thank goodness.
Yeah,
she's
thank
a trooper.
goodness.
She is
Thank
a trooper.
you. But other than that, is there anything else that you guys would like to promote? Anything the Whit's doing, or just general stuff?
Come write for us. Write for us if you like to draw. We're always looking for people who are good with graphics. For example, we had somebody, she's unfortunately leaving this semester to go to art school, but she drew this graphic. Incredible. If you like multimedia, you like taking videos, taking photos, we're looking for everyone. If you like to write, if you like to edit. I started as a copy editor here at the Whit and worked my way up, but we are looking for anyone. This is a really, I stress this all the time to writers, especially when we have, I call them slumps where not a lot of people are taking stories. Usually, again, it's like due to finals or midterms. Sometimes even just mental health. I mean, it's tough. But what was I saying? There's a spot for everyone. I even remember I talked to like a math major, and I was like, oh yeah, there's a spot for you too. Like if you like finances, if you like numbers, like got you.
Calculate statistics for the paper.
Yeah, exactly. So like anyone can join, and that's what I was saying. So this is a really good resume builder. We have a lot of people, who've graduated and are graduating, and they're going off to do great things. Like this is huge on their resume, and people want to see that you worked for your college newspaper, that you wrote. I have a lot of people come up to me and they say, my dream is to be a beat writer for the NFL or work for, and I say, start writing, start picking up stories, even if they're stories that you don't necessarily find interesting, you have to start somewhere, and then you build your way up, and people will see on the resume that you wrote for the Whit or did something for the Whit, and they really do love it. I've talked to people even at like different schools, and they're like, oh, we love Rowan students, we love people from the Whit. So please write for us. We are in Bosworth Hall, room 108, and we meet on Wednesdays at 5 o'clock. Yeah, Abigail, I don't know.
We'll be at the the College of Communications showcase that's coming up at the end of the month.
Yeah, April 27th.
Yeah.
April 27th, where's that at?
It's a
Student Center.
Student Center.
Yeah,
Student
12
Center.
to 3.
In the ballroom.
Yep.
Go to that.
Yeah, go.
Go.
Please. Come
And
say hi.
The moral of the story, just get involved. Go, do it. Right. Do it, guys. But thank you so much for being here today, guys. Don't go anywhere, because I'm actually going to infiltrate the Whit headquarters. That was fun. So stay tuned, guys.
All right.
Hey everyone, I'm Truman, out from the studio, and today we're going to be talking to people from the Whit about what they're doing and what the flow process is here at the Whit. Let's get into it. What do you like the most about the Whit?
Definitely being able to express like the creative side of kind of the journalist world, like a lot of times I like working on the multimedia and the graphics that help kind of supplement a piece to make it reach that next level that it can get to, and I think that's really important.
Okay. Do you enjoy making the layouts for the paper and all that?
Yes, it's pretty satisfying just being able to plug things in and line everything up, and it's a little bit tedious, but then once you get to the end of it, it's like pretty rewarding. It's like a nice feeling at the end.
Right now I'm working on an article for the solar eclipse that happened on Monday the 8th. Typically I always write at least 1 or 2 articles a week. I always enjoy this atmosphere of me working. Everybody here is fantastic. And then the work you put out is even better because you get to have your voice heard, but you also get to feel fulfilled in something that you didn't even know you liked.
Right now, editing some articles so they can get published on the website.
Oh yeah, the Whit Online.
The Whit Online, yes sir.
Yeah, I'm publishing them. Doing my best.
We're editing and she's publishing.
She takes a look after we're done to make sure everything's smooth out, everything's good.
Whole workflow we got going on here.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah, you got to have that workflow to make sure that all the articles are good and everything, right?
Got it down to a science.
We're going to take it back to the studio. Thank you for joining me here at the Whit. And everyone have a great Friday. And I'll see you for Hot Topics. Welcome back to On the Couch. Ooh, it's been a while since we've done this one, but this part of the show is called Hot Topics, and we're going to be talking about what's hot and what's not in pop culture. Jackson, why don't you get us started for today?
All right. So my hot topic is the Masters tournament in golf. It's the biggest tournament of the year. It's happening right now in Augusta, Georgia, and it's day 2. Currently, Max Homa, Scotty Scheffler, and Bryson DeChambeau are all tied first place at 6 under. So we could have a cool finish here. Hasn't been a playoff in 8 years. I mean, there's still 2 more days to go, but it's all tied to the top right now. I'd love to see Max pull it off. I'm a big fan of him. So I'd love to see where this tournament goes. What's your hot topic?
First of all, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's cool.
It's a huge tournament.
It's a huge tournament.
A lot of history. It's the 88th Masters. So it's been going on for a long time.
Golf fans rejoice, am I right?
Yeah, golf's back.
Golf is back.
Yeah.
It never left.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
But my hot topic is that yesterday, April 11, 2024, O.J. Simpson passed away at the age of 76. He passed away from his battle with cancer. And that, honestly, I was in class, and it came out of nowhere. I look at my phone, and it just, O.J. Simpson has passed, and I'm like, oh. I'm just like,
yeah.
Like, it's just, okay.
Yeah, it was crazy. I saw it too, and I was just like, it was cool. No, not cool. It was just like crazy to see. It wasn't cool. It wasn't cool. It was crazy. I saw it, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came out of left field. It just didn't expect it. But cool. I mean, that's all we.
Cool?
We're back. We're back. Oh, Jackson, we're so back.
It's been a while since we've done Hot Topics. We're a little rusty.
We're a little rusty, but that's okay because that's all we have for you today. I'm Chairman Stefan.
And I'm Jackson Adam. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time on the couch.